we're talking about Far From Home, there are going to be some Jake Gyllenhaal tidbits because I got to go shopping with Mysterio for comics. It was pretty crazy. Saw the movie in London. We'll dive into that. But please check out Comic Book Shopping. I'm so proud of that episode. Jake Gyllenhaal and I talking comics is amongst, like, not even bucket list, just like how did this happen list.
That show, it was one of those holy shit moments for me. I like, opened up my Twitter or Instagram and I was like, holy shit. Is that Coy?
We started promoting it and people were like, oh, you guys are overhyping it. They're like, it's special guest in London.
Yeah.
We kept doing the stuff and everybody's like, it's gonna be blankety blank, and like everybody was like dejected. I was like, no matter what, it's someone from Far From Home. What's wrong with you?
How bad could it
Look
really
at this
be?
cast. And then when people were like, oh my god, it's Jake Gyllenhaal, and then like it was just this long quiet of like, oh no, it wasn't overhyped. And then I just was like, meh.
And you're like, bleh.
And then the episode, like, Jake was he's a great actor because he listens.
Right.
So I had a really good time just imparting knowledge to him, and then me and him talk about acting process. And he's the first guest I've had on the show, usually in between setups, because in any sort of creative making, there are lights and there are, like, you know, camera equipment. You have to move stuff. It takes time to set up. So in between setups, I usually look at my notes on my phone, like what questions did I want to ask versus what comic, because I try to coincide the comic with the question. If you watch the show, it's very supposed to be seamless.
Yeah.
Jake wanted to talk between every setup about like why I love comics, why he's into acting. Like we never stopped talking for the entire shoot, and it was this amazing moment of like me and this guy are talking like as far back as Donnie Darko about process. We're talking about Jeff Bowman, who I actually went to middle school with, the guy who lost his legs in the marathon bombing, and Jake played him. So I got to talk about the real ramifications with the man who knew more than anyone. And it was just this. It was like one of the most amazing life experiences I had, and then I got to share it with the world.
And he's just the coolest dude.
Jake's the best, like absolutely exhaustingly cool, because he's that handsome, that talented, and that cool. It's not fair. The bar is too high.
Right.
So
like, who made you?
What is the rest of us? What are the rest of us supposed to do with this person existing?
Talk to him about comic books.
He's fantastic, and he's the first guest. We were in London. Yeah. So usually guests, we do all the behind the scenes stuff, and then we're like, okay, we'll get these books back to you. But we're in London, and Jake was like, no, I want these comics. Like I want to read. Like I want to start. So it was really great for him to be like, no, I want this now. Like,
so
how do we? We dove in. So,
and I bet he could afford it.
I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal's doing okay. But he was so invested in the comics, and it's been really interesting to see people on YouTube be like, Jake looks bored. I'm like, no man, he like can't wait to read Saga and Mr. Miracle and all the stuff we talked about, and that's also cool to see someone of that repute be like invested in the actual source material.
Well, no wonder he's so damn good at everything that he does, because he's just that type of person. He doesn't do anything half-assed.
He wants to absorb. He wants to like glean knowledge from. And I don't use the English language like most people with like noun, adjective, verb. And he like was repeating some of my phrases, and I was like, this is fascinating. Am I going to be a Jake Gyllenhaal role because of my weirdness? Like it was just weird to see like his process. So he's fantastic. It was an absolute honor. And to tie it into my favorite superhero, like Spider-Man's been I learned to read on Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man Torment, I shouldn't have been reading at age 3, but I learned to read through the comics of Spider-Man. So it's an honor to be able to do all of this stuff, and it's been a whirlwind of press.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk to you a little bit more about that, about London, about Jake, everything. So dude, I'm so glad you're here. Guys.
Hey Popcorn Talk fans, if you like this clip, be sure to check out the link in the description below to see the whole episode. Also, we'd appreciate it if you'd like this video and comment your thoughts. No matter what you're a fan of, we have a show for you. See you at the movies!